Gogeta. I am the one who will destroy you.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. It's time to use the best unit in the entire game, probably one of the best units ever made, animation and kit wise, and the most aura and hype, and that is the new Carnival SSJ4 Goku. Had to break glass in case of emergency, so we pulled him with our global Dokkan campaign tickets. So he has only level 1 links and only 55%, which is fine. He's starting with a 591k attack stat, 329 on the defense. He is perfectly linked up with the Year 7 EZAs, which is currently looking as one of the best rotations in the whole game for slot 1 and slot 2. And then to complete that out, Carnival SSJ4 Goku with his support in slot 3. So because we did trigger the entrance animation, which is so easy to do with 2 or more GT hero category allies on the team, which we do have with the Year 7 EZAs and the Carnival SSJ4 Goku. Of course, you can do this even easier by running dual Carnival SSJ4 Gogetas with his GT heroes lead. It does mean for this one turn, he'll have a guaranteed additional super, and all attacks are crits for one turn. And then not only that as well, super class allies will be getting key +3, 70% defense for 4 turns. So both the SSJ4s and Jeets both have an extra key +3 and 70% defense, and so will whoever else that does come near him. He is starting with key +3, 300% attack and defense, does have guard, 50% damage reduction, and a guaranteed additional super. I saw that 35 mil. The best animations in the game right now. Love seeing these. He is getting a 50% attack raise for 4 turns and does have a 70% chance to further massively raise attack by 100% for 1 turn. On 12 keys, getting a 30% attack raise for 1 turn with a 70% chance of further greatly raising attack by 50% for 1 turn. Combine that with the guaranteed crit and the guaranteed additional he has for 1 turn on his entrance animation and the guaranteed additional super attack he has anyway. Any turn 1 appearance against any enemy, unless they have billions of HP, Gogeta is going to melt their health bar pretty quickly. So if you're in short content or against an annoying first phase, which there really isn't many, any situation you can think of, he is going to make sure you get in and out of that beginning phase very quickly with the amount of damage he's doing. I think the only downside to that, while that is great, where it becomes a double-edged sword, a catch-22, is if you have units like the Year 10s, like the Year 7 EZAs, for example, that do need to build up and need a bit of time to do it, maybe that could be a bit of a catch-22, like getting through the first phase so quickly. But in short form content, it is there, which is handy. And he is also getting an additional key +1 per key sphere obtained. Attacks are effective against all types in true Gogeta fashion. And he does have a 50% chance to crit as a standard. And we've already gone through the guaranteed guard, 50% damage reduction he has. When attacking, he does get 300% attack. And then when receiving an attack, does get 200% defense. Then when receiving a super attack, he does get another 200% defense temporarily. And that is also to go with his guaranteed guard and his 50% damage reduction. And then don't forget, this is also a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. This is another unit that will benefit from Carnival SSJ4 Goku support, giving him even more defense and also another 10% damage reduction on top to go with that guard and 50% damage reduction he's already got, of course, taking him to a big 60%. So not that he really needs the Carnival SSJ4 Goku support, but he is a unit that can benefit from it. Now imagine you're running, actually even on this team, but imagine you're running full GT heroes, which is only going to get better through part 2 with the Year 2 anniversary Super EZAs. Again, in SSJ4 Gogeta is still a possibility, and his EZA could be revealed in like a week's time or so. These are all units that can benefit from Gogeta's 4-turn entrance animation support, Carnival SSJ4 Goku support, and just really beef out the team. Then to wind him off, to round him out, if the guard and damage reduction and all the damage he's doing and extra defense he get wasn't enough, look at that. Having your active skill being ready, like able to use that literally the next turn, is just wild. But he also, of course, has a nullifier. As long as he receives a Ki Blast super attack, SSJ4 Gogeta has a 70% chance to nullify and counter, which we saw, by the way, we're up to 37.8 mil. which we saw in the reveal. He does a lot of damage on his counters, especially post-super. To be fair, that was with 2 dupes and also Link level 10, but he does a lot of damage on his counters regardless. Post-super attack, which is great. But then also has a guaranteed nullification and counter as long as you are at 70% HP or less. So if you can somehow manage to maintain your HP around that 70% threshold and lower, you can permanently have a nullify and counter. Which is kind of crazy. It's probably very difficult to do. But if you can, and you're facing Ki Blast super attack enemies, which of course Rose and Zamasu are, if you're still struggling with that special global Dokkan campaign stage, he's going to be a big help for that. Then after Gogeta does receive 3 or more attacks in battle, he will have another guaranteed additional super, which in content like Red Zone, like difficult content like the special global Dokkan campaign stage, with content like that, it's so easy to be hit 3 or more times. So if anything, on his next appearance, you could literally have him with that guaranteed additional in his next attack in turn straight away, which is great, by the way. Then after receiving 7 more attacks in battle, which again will probably take no time at all, could probably take at best 2 turns, and then 2.5, basically his 3rd appearance, just part way through, he will then gain a permanent Ki +4 and have permanent crit, which is just kind of wild to be giving this man permanent crit, especially with the type of damage we've seen him do already. And again, this is at 55% level 1 links. This is probably going to be the best non-dupe 55% unit in the entire game. Like, I think without a question. Don't get me wrong, Carnival, LR, Rose, and Zamasu are a great 55% unit. Really good. Like, I was surprised how good they were with no dupes. Like, they're insane. But I think SSJ4 Gogeta probably takes that crown off them as the best 55% unit in the game, or the best unit in the game without dupes. I mean, he's number 1 in the game with dupes and without dupes. He's number 1 in the game anyway, but seeing a unit this good with no dupes in him is just still kind of crazy. And the fact that we can have the Dragon Fist active skill just ready to go on his 2nd appearance is kind of wild. You've got that in your back pocket whenever you need to use it. If you want to save it for like the biggest and baddest part of the event, go for it. If you want to use it when things get a little bit techie, it's there for you to use. You can literally activate it starting from the next turn after he receives an attack. So unless you get very unlucky and there are no attacks in the slot that SSJ4 Gogeta ends up going in, which of course Omega in the brand new event also locks as well, so that could kind of set you up for failure, you may miss out on that. But even then, you still have it ready to go quite early. Unless you keep getting lucky with attack patterns and placement, which I don't think you're going to get that unlucky all the time, then, you know, you may not have your active skill ready, but I don't see that happening more than once. I don't think I've ever seen that happen to anyone, including myself, more than once. So to have his active skill pretty much ready to go that early, or possibly that early, it's just kind of crazy. Especially because of also how good it looks. But now we're setting up for the best rotation in the game. We're getting Carnival SSJ4 Goku out and ready to go. And how many turns do we have left of raising his attack? I'm pretty sure this might be the last one. I could be wrong. It is for 4 turns. I'm pretty sure he's already done 3. Or is it only 2? I actually can't remember. If it's only 2, I mean, 2 more turns of him getting stronger is just kind of wild to me. But it is what it is. I'm definitely not going to complain. But I feel like he's done 3 super attacks. I feel like we've done 3 turns worth of super attacks. So I feel like this should be the final turn, but I'm gonna have to double check that just to be sure, because I just can't remember. But that is all good. And now it's time to set up the best rotation in the game. And all 3 of them are Super Saiyan 4s. All of them have big monkey power and just absolute aura. Carnival LSJ4 Gogeta, Year 7 Easy A's, Carnival LSJ4 Goku. Giving Gogeta Saiyan Raw, such a big move from Dokkan, because it's just such a good link. Now let's take a look. 887 on attack, 309 in terms, no, 303 in terms of defense. Don't forget we're also getting the extra 10% damage reduction. How many times have you appeared? Oh, he's had 5 turns. Oh, I was way off. He's had 5 turns in battle, so that means he's fully done. So, do you know what? We might as well get this Gogeta out. I'm going to get him out. I know we have like an extra 2 turns of the Super Saiyan 4s having their entrance animation, their entrance buff, but I think it's time. I think we can prematurely fuse them together. And I think it's time to have the best rotation in the game. The crazy thing is, not only do these two perfectly link together, and then you also have Carnival SSJ4 Goku. Both of these units, and again, Carnival SSJ4 Goku, they all do so much damage. They are high damaging units, not to mention both Gogetas have a nullifying counter. Having 2 of those in one rotation is just kind of crazy to me. So I'm going to let him go in slot 1. Just because of all the damage reduction, etc. that he can be getting. I mean, to be fair, the other one could have actually gone in slot 1. Considering he... Really? You dodged the counter? That's insane. What kind of tennis rally have we got going on? You nullify or you counter and I'll dodge. But we probably could have put Carnival SSJ4 Gogeta in slot 1. But obviously his counter is based to Ki Blast Supers. That's why I put him in slot 1 instead. I can't believe that's just happened. 37.8. Again, this is at 55% level 1 links. Can you imagine him with 2? I mean, we've seen what he can do at 2 dupes. It's kind of crazy. 40-50 mil, I'm pretty sure it was. And then rainbows? I must go hard. His animations are so good. Like, I'm loving watching these over and over again. Like, that pose at the end there is so sick. I should have checked how many times you've received an attack in battle, because then we'll get the permanent Ki +4 and guaranteed crit. And to be fair, this is also another reason, or this is one of the reasons why. I know we don't have to do it this way, but I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to usher. But this is one of the reasons why I didn't bring his GT Heroes category, is because I wanted to also see SSJ4 Gogeta with the 10th anniversary Gogeta support. And this is actually probably the best place for him. Don't get me wrong. GT Heroes is probably one of the better categories in the game now. Giant 8 Power is definitely one of the best categories in the game right now. And again, there's still more potential to come with an SSJ4 Gogeta Easy Eng later on in part 2. But then he also still goes on what is one of the best categories in the game anyway, which is the year 10 anniversaries 220 leads. Because at least that way you can have the year 7 Easy Age, you can have them perfectly linked together in one of the best rotations in the game. You've also got Carnival SSJ4 Gogeta in the team, who's the best unit in the game right now, with Carnival SSJ4 Goku with his support and how good he is. But then you also have the 10th anniversary Gogeta support as well. So you basically get the best of both worlds on this team instead of bringing him on his dual lead. Even though taking him on Giant 8 Power, amazing. Taking him on GT Heroes, gonna be amazing. But at least here, you get the best of both worlds. He's Hannah Montana right now, because you fully get the best of both worlds. And the setup that I've been waiting for, we have ready to go. I see Vegeta down there. That's why I use the Usher here, because I'm like, I'm not doing too much damage with Vegeto's active skill. I'm not going to do too much damage using Gogeta's as well. I'm going to save all the damage to be done by SSJ4 Gogeta, because we've got that Dragon Fist active skill to be used as well. And that is probably my favorite animation in the game right now. Dokkan cooked with the Dokkan original animations. They really did. Okay, let's get another Gogeta out. We've got 2 SSJ4s. It's time to pull out a Super Gogeta as well. This is probably also one of the best rotations in the game as well, by the way. Interchangeable. Carnival SSJ4 Goku or the 10th anniversary Gogeta. Take your pick. Take your pick. You know, at least Goku gives you 10% damage reduction. This guy gives you beefy support. So there we go. We got it ready. Now let's pop the Rasengan. Let's get the support going. It is the greatest fusion of them all. Tell him again. It is the greatest fusion of them all. Although the greatest version is right next to you to your left. On your left, like I'm Captain America. Hold the Rasengan. We're contorting the screen. Good stuff. We got that Gogeta support active for his monkey brethren. So what has the AGL Carnival gone up to? 1.5 milli, 438k defense. It's time to pop the Dragon Fist, where he'll massively raise attack temporarily, cause ultimate damage to the enemy, and gain 70% attack and defense on top of the support he's already got, by the way. And all attacks become crits for 1 turn.
Well then, guess I can't hold back anymore.
A ton of damage and easily the best animation in the game right now. The callback to Gogeta Blue from DBS Broly. Even a reference apparently to My Hero Academia with All Might. And then when you have that close-up of him doing the Dragon Fist, apparently there are impact frames which I've seen, which is so dope, where you actually see Goku and Vegeta. Oh, so good. He's now up to an 8.74 million attack stat. 630... How much? 637k defense. Actually, could we pop him in slot 1? I mean, he does have guard. And he does also have damage reduction and support. I'm going to do this Gogeta just to be on the safe side, because he does have more defense along with damage reduction and nullifiers, etc. But we've got Carnival SSJ4 Gogeta beefed up. We have him perfectly linked. We have his active skill popped. He has guaranteed crits, an extra 70% attack and defense. And he also has the 10th anniversary Gogeta support. The only thing he is missing is Carnival SSJ4 Goku support, which would give him extra defense and damage reduction. But we want to see him doing damage. And that is something he definitely does. So I'm hoping for that 70% chance to further massively raise attack by 100%. I want to see that pop. I wish there was a way you could actually know if it happened apart from just memorizing numbers. But that's fine. You could probably tell how much his attack stat's going to jump up to. And again, it is a 70% chance, so it's going to be happening more often than not. Which is great on both 18 and 12 key super attacks. And another good thing, when you face Rose and Zamasu and the new Omega stage, considering they both lock, 81.6 mil! And he's got a guaranteed crit! And he's got 2 additionals to come! Can you imagine if he had a counter coming as well, how much damage that would do? Which, by the way, once you get his guaranteed crit in his passive, you are going to have a guaranteed crit counter, which means that crit counter is going to do tons of damage. Definitely number 1 in the game. But he is a very good counter to Rose and Zamasu in the special Global Dokkan campaign event, if you're struggling with that still. I still haven't done it, to be fair. And then also Omega, because they both lock, they both have AoEs. Rose and Zamasu have Ki Blast super attacks, which means he could nullify and counter. Especially if you're at 70% HP or below, that's guaranteed. Along with SSJ4 Gogeta's Easy A from the Year 7s. That's another counter in your bag. Omega, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think he's Ki Blast based. But he can be a good counter to that type of stuff. So if you're going to be putting any skill orbs onto him, or if you're going to be getting any dupes, you might as well just give him dodge. Dodge and a bit of additional, and he's good. It's the only thing he really needs to do. But even at 55%, even at level 1 links, he is definitely number 1 in the game. Number 1 in terms of card art, number 1 in terms of kit, number 1 in terms of animations. That Dragon Fist, I adore. He is number 1 everything. This is Mr. Aura right here. But you can let me know your thoughts down in the comments of SSJ4 Gogeta. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a great day, and peace.